It's time for Irvine Great Park Housing Update. This video, we're going to review what happened in Great Park in the month of May in terms of housing supply, buyer demand, average days on market, average sales price. Coming up. Hi, I'm Regina Chen. I'm your local real estate agent right here in Irvine, California. Every month, I present you all the housing data so you can keep your pulse on the market in a most objective way and make the most informed decision. If you've been watching our housing update video, you're probably familiar with this format and the source of the report where it's coming from, but it's your first time, let me explain to you. This data is made available by Orange County Realtor Association of Professionals. So they give you like a high level, we call it fast stats. So you can quickly get a grasp of what's going on, high overview. All right, so when we look at all those data, I know it's a lot of number. Please just follow along, follow me. We'll look at those highlighted line items. And when we share those housing data, we break it into two buckets. One is the attached home that covers condos and townhome. The other one's detached home. That's the single family home part. Let's get started. So the first line item we look at is a new listing. That's the listing get on the market in the month of May. And we're looking at attached home right now. So in May, there are 13 new listings. And on the right-hand side, this column here is year to date, meaning that's accumulation of from January through May, 5 months worth of accumulated data. So in May, attached home, we saw 13 new homes. Year to date, there are 50 homes. When it comes to Great Park, it's more tricky because Great Park still has a lot of new construction home. So for the new construction home, the new construction listing is not always reported on the MLS. So like the 13 homes there doesn't always capture all the new construction home. For those homes being the builder been selling them for a while, but it's still on the market, sometimes they'll post it on MLS, if that makes sense. I just want to take that number with a grain of salt. There is some like a side note in there. Okay. All right. So probably that's for another video, but that just focus on that. So for Great Park, May, we have 13 attached home listed, and year to date, only 50. I think this probably make more sense to look at the trending wise for the accumulated numbers that it's less. If you look at the year to date attached home, 50 homes, that's a drop. Like it's a 32% fewer home compared to same period last year. And the pending sales, again, because those new construction pending sales is an indicator to gauge buyer demand. That means those homes already open escrow. But when it comes to new construction home, those escrow are not reported in this line item, because here is whatever is posted publicly in the MLS. That's where they capture that data. That's how we lay out this number. It's the source is from MLS posting. So in terms of pending home, May, there are only 5. So you see that's a 58% decline compared to last May. And year to date is a 43% decline. So regardless of the new construction situation unique to Great Park, Portola Spring, or Orchard Hill, overall, we definitely see that this year in Irvine as a whole, pretty much across all the neighborhood or community, is that we see less homes for sale, and that impact on how many homes end up being in escrow. So in general, yes, there are some buyers because due to the high interest rate, they've been priced out of the market. And some buyer, they are still able to buy, but they get concerned. They stay on the sideline. They're not actively looking. That all contribute to buyer demand or the pending sales number we saw here. And the next line item we're looking at is the days on market. So in May for attached home, it only takes 20 days for Great Park detached home to be sold. And average price is at $1,062,000. And this one, if you're new to our housing update video, let me explain. Percent of original sales price received. That shows you the sales price versus list price. What's the relation? So for May, the Great Park attached home in May were sold at 100.1%, meaning that the average home sold in May, they get 0.1% more than list price. So it's not by a lot, but at least the majority of the home, they in Great Park attached home, they're sold at list price. That's what it meant. All right, we're gonna switch gear. Next property type, which is detached home, or we call it single family home. In May, we have 17 new single family home listed in May. That's a 26% fewer home compared to last May. If you look at the cumulative 5 months data, that's 113 homes, but that again, still it's 14 homes fewer compared to last year, January through May. If we look at the pending sales, that means all the homes are in escrow. That's the number real estate professional look at to measure, to gauge the buyer demand. So the buyer demand in May for detached home dropped by 36%. We see that no matter it's a attached home, detached home, the buyer demand, it is declining. Arguably, that's because there are less listing available to buyer. In terms of days on market for single family home, that's 29 days. So historically, that 29 days is still very fast, very hot. Just want to put things into perspective. And average sales price for May single family home is at 1.9 million. So just to give you an idea, depends on like how many bedroom you look at and what kind of home, 2-bedroom, 2-level or 3-level, obviously the price point will be different. But there's just a broader approach to show you if you are thinking about buying a single family home in Great Park, just want to let you know, on average, it's around 1.9% if you're a Great Park single family home buyer, just to give you an idea, okay? And percentage of original list price received, again, that's the ratio of sales price versus list price. So for single family home, it's kind of a little bit slightly below, meaning the list price is at 99.3% of the list price. Still, it's very close to the list price. I know I work with a lot of buyers, especially they're new to the market. They hear about all the news headline. We're already in a recession, concerned over the economy. If they're first just started buying Irvine, they will probably have that anticipation with all the negative news. A lot of buyer, first-time home buyer, newcomer to Irvine, they want to ride below list price. That's not really the kind of market we're in. Even for cash buyer, we've been seeing that. In a traditional market, you probably feel like, oh, I'm a cash buyer, I probably have a lot of leverage. Not necessarily the case right now in Irvine. Just want to share that with you. And in terms of month inventory, it's less than 2 months. Again, historically, we look at that, it's still a very hot market in the month of May. If you are a current homeowner in Great Park and you wonder what does that mean, all the market moving and you see the number, you're curious about your home value, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to send you a customized value analysis unique to your home. And if you're a home buyer, again, you're specifically looking in Great Park, reach out to me, DM me, give me a call, send me a text. I would love to share the information because like I mentioned, when it comes to Great Park, it's more tricky. It's a lot to cover. Right now in Irvine, there are not many communities still have a new construction available to buy it yet. But Great Park is one of them. Well, if you're a buyer thinking about buying in Great Park, I would love to share you the other side, a different segment, because what we review here are the resale home. You actually have the opportunity on the new construction side. Depends on what kind of floor plan, what kind of home you're looking at, and your price point. I just want to have you a total picture to let you know what's your total option, what may works out for you. Again, I'm Regina Chen. I'm your local real estate agent right here in Irvine, California. Thank you for watching the May Great Park housing updates. If you're interested in other community, other neighborhood, make sure you check out my other housing update in various different community. If there are certain community you're interested, but you don't see it here, leave me a text. I would love to create a community video specifically to your request. I'll see you in the next video.